Okay. This is what we ended up with. I'll show it to you. It's a 3 horsepower McCormick Deering Type M fuel pump, the late model style. But what I did, let me tell this to you. Show you something. That's the new plunger right there. And this plunger right here was in that other one I took apart over there. And if you look at that just right straight head on, you can see a gnarring right there. That's where the packing would be at. And what happens is you pack this thing when it's fresh, and this here's in there, and you stop the engine wherever this would be at random, like right here. Okay, when you cut in, that packing will take a set, kind of firms up a little bit until it gets broke in. So when you trying to pump it up, you're coming past that skinny place there, and that's where you get the air. You don't get no suction on it. But this one here had an undercut on it there. It's been replaced. And it had a small O-ring on it. I'm sure the thinking was that they needed to have it's actually a displacement hydraulic in its that form. But what happens when you put this plunger down in here, okay, check ball here and check ball here. When you bring that up, it's the displacement. The packing's up here at the top right here. So, and it don't move about that forward. That's all the amount of gas you pumping up each time, and that's more than enough. But the little check valve opposite, just in and out, is the way that works. No tight fitting on the outside of it at all. This could be several thousandths undersized as long as it was straight. And you say, well, why don't you put this in there and turn it down in the lathe? You can do that, but it's easier just to undercut that, knock it out, and put a new one in there that the right size and all. So, but how I got this thing to this point right here, I'll show it to you. As I run a drill bit down in there, being very careful, and kind of formed that, being very careful, because I've sawed the bottom out of 2 or 3 of them in the past, drilled it out. If you get overzealous, you'll just drill the bottom right out of the junk at that point. But if you're careful, even doing it by hand, you turn the inside of that out to a sliding fit of this is the old one. This is what we took out of there. Would have been in there like that. See, it goes free now. Because what I've done is I've been working with it here for a good while. And this right here, that's a file that comes with that filing machine. It's straight. It's a really good. It's a Hiller Miller right there. Here's something made in the USA. It's a good file. But anyways, I put down in there, maintaining the degree of angle. When you're filing in there, you don't want to file it bell-shaped or nothing like that. And mostly using the end of it inside that passage there. You know what I mean. in order, I did that in order to break that corrosion. See that green stuff built up on there? It's brass rust, I guess. And, but I done got that done real good. Broke away and cleaned out. And then I went over and I made this thing right here. I took a piece of that 3/8 dowel rod, and that's 220, I believe, right there. And I'm pretty sure it is 220. And I cut a thing in there, and you put this up on that right there, like this right here, and you roll it around like that right there, and you can make yourself a real nice cleaner outer. And then what I've done is I put that in the drill, electric drill over battery powered, and then I run that up in that hole right there, and cleaned it out real good. Run a wire brush in there on the wheel to clean the sandpaper out of it, wash it out with lacquer thinner and such. Clean up to this point. Buffed it up a little bit there, just couldn't help itself. So, but once I did all that, in order to get that little ball in there to set on that seat, right there it is, 3/8 stainless steel, that is. But what I've done is that's a dowel rod right there. I actually need a little bigger one than that, but that's 3/8. It works, it's good. But you can see, when I put this right here, down in that hole, down in yonder, well, I should dig that out and show you what we're dealing with. Y'all hold on and I'll get that cut away. Oh, yeah. Y'all remember that video we did a long time ago about these fuel pumps? Go back in the playlist and look it up if you're interested in it. But this right here is a cutaway. That's this fuel pump right here. Cut half in two. So you can see what you need to do down in there. And this plunger goes right down in here like this. This is a 1.5 horsepower, but that plunger would go right down in there and go up and down like that right there to displace the ball being here and then a ball being right up here. There'll be two balls right there. So what you have to be careful for now, if you take any of this right here to do, and you get in there and drill out the bottom of your fuel pump, don't blame it on me. But I went over on the belt sander and sanded that end of that dowel right there, ground it down, shaped it to half of a circle. But it's actually a little, not half of a circle. It's a little more pointed in it. But it goes right there. And you can see if you keep on drilling down in right there, that's very thin right there. I mean, that's probably what was wrong with this one. But anyways, that's what we're working with right there. So, and this one right here, I done stuck it down in here a while ago when I was over yonder, and turn it like this right here. Okay, when you look at that right there, you can see a line around there. I've done had it down in there once or twice, and but you can see there's a little line there, which means that I got this thing right here. It's at the wrong angle, so I have to go over there and dub it off a little bit. It's too much taper. This out part here ain't hitting nothing. So I'm going to go dub it off, bring it back, put some of that. I've been using that coarse valve grinding compound. Works really good. Well, you know, getting the shadow of the light down in there, you know, it's pretty good. The ball would seat okay, but I could do a little better than that. So, okay, I flattened it up a little bit right there. I believe we'll be good to go on that. But you get your compound on that dowel rod, and you go right down in there. Oh yes. You know, it's going to be impossible for me to get a picture of that. But if you could ever see in there, it's a real nice. I can see it in all lights here in the shop. It's a real nice corresponding seat to this right here down in there, and that being this ball, and that's half of that, not hardly. You know, you don't want that seat to be a half circle. It'll it's not good. You want it to be a seat. So I'm gonna clean that up with some lacquer thinner and wash it out real good. We'll put that on that engine over, you know. From here in Middle Tennessee, Shop Dog Sam. Well, got her out, and this is the results of all of this, what we've been doing here. I did hold it over to the buffing wheel for just a little bit of light buff, you know, just to clean up. But we got that gasola in them threads down there, both here and here. Got a check ball here, and there's a spring in there. 1/4 inch copper down there at the bottom, suction, and 3/8 discharge. So you can hear it, there ain't nothing in it, and you can hear it displacing the air. Well, it's going to be a good one. Let's get it on the engine. Oh yeah, I done already went and packed it in there. I'll show it to you. Oh, I don't want to come up out of there. I'm not going to show it to you. But it's in the playlist. If you want to know how that packing is in there, it's got a brass collar right there, spring. And check a video in the past there. I'll show you how to pack them right there if you don't know about it. But oh yeah, we'd be good to go there. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little oil in there. You know, light oil. You know, just get started. So now let's get that on that engine. Switch them out.